Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here with Kyle Ferguson, co founder of Ideal Rev. And Kyle, I think a great place for us to start off would be before we worked together, I'm wondering what life was like. I know things are a lot different now for you than beforehand. So I'm wondering maybe what kind of challenges you faced, maybe some of the things you struggled with regarding stress, anxiety, anything else, both you and your business. We could talk about either side.
Um, it's hard. I don't even want to really remember back to those days, but I just feel like I wasn't necessarily organized. I didn't feel like I was like in control of my life. I felt like my emotions really dictated um, my life to some extent, and I just didn't have like a steady, constant state of feeling good like I do now. Every day was different. Some days I might be worried or stressed out, um, and I just didn't feel like I had like life under control.
Awesome. Yeah. So appreciate you talking about that, man. I know it can be hard to look back at what life used to be like. Next question I had for you is before we started to work together, I'm wondering if you had any hesitations, any things you were skeptical about. Like, all right, Jake gives all this advice, or Jake says he can help me, but I don't really think he can. So I'm wondering what hesitations or skepticisms you may have had, or any forms of doubts.
Yeah, like I think when you're starting to see the light, see the path, like um, you see some things that will work, and you don't necessarily believe in all of them, or you think like, oh, like I want to be like this person, Jake. Like Jake seems to really have his life together. Like he's not stressed. He has his life under control, and I feel like you just think that people like that are an anomaly. You don't feel like you can do it. You don't feel like that's you. You feel like, oh, this is just how I am. You kind of start to like, you get attached to your problems, and you like almost identify with them. So it was tough to see that, you know, how big of a change I can make, but I saw like little things I could pick up on, like step by step, and just try to grab onto those like one step at a time, make those small improvements. And it's been pretty crazy, like to see those finally add up and get me to where I am now.
Yeah. And I really respect you getting over that feeling of, oh, this is just who I am, and taking full ownership of your life and deciding to really change things. And I'm wondering, in the process of us working together and you going from nervous, stressed, starting your first business or starting this most recent business to where you are today, I'm wondering what some of the breakthroughs or results you may have seen during that process.
Oh gosh, yeah, there's so much in terms of breakthroughs. I'd say the first thing was becoming more disciplined, getting a routine that allowed me to overcome um, a lot of the stress and anxiety I had around needing to perform and grow this business by getting my habits in check, um, and reducing unneeded stress. I was more able to deal with the very real challenge of growing a business. And so getting a lot of like your everyday bad habits, um, getting rid of those and then picking up the good ones. I'd say just allow me to have like what felt like a more predictable life where I knew like, all right, like you just keep doing this, you stick to it, and you put in the work, and you'll get where you want to go. Um, like a few of the big things were um, just to getting off my phone, reducing all the time you spend on your phone. I think that was contributing a lot to my stress and anxiety. Um, Going to the gym, doing things you love, um, and just living your life like not caring what others think, just being yourself unapologetically. And working with you, Jake, you just made me feel really good about, uh, the fact that, you gotta sometimes go against the grain a little bit, or uh, do what some people might think isn't normal, or um, just started to live my life without caring as much what other people think, and just did my thing. I feel like that was one of the overarching themes that really helped me become the person I wanted to be.
Yeah, man, I really respect it. I think you've come a huge way. And like you said, got some amazing wins under your belt. You, one, like you mentioned, really embraced the ability to just live your life, not really care what other people think that much. I know that's something that really plagues a lot of us. And by doing that, you were really able to stand out. You were able to pave your own path and really build this extraordinary life for yourself where you run your own business that's doing very successful. You also did an amazing job really breaking your phone addiction. I know that's something that a lot of us really suffer from. And you are really enjoying life a lot more, despite the fact that businesses themselves can be high stress. So you're able to also handle that stress very well too. So I think you've definitely come a long way and got some amazing wins under your belt.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, like picking up more and more responsibility with the business as it grows. But honestly, I feel more and more confident every day, just because the more I stick to these habits, and the more it's almost like reprogramming your brain to some extent. I just feel really confident with whatever challenges life throws me.
That's awesome, man. And relating to growing the business or just in general, I'm wondering if you had any stats, metrics, or specific data points, or just things that you're especially proud of for the results you've achieved.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like one of the things that I think really helped me was in calming my brain and feeling less stress and anxiety. I was really able to focus on what mattered for my business, and it feels like once I stopped kind of jumping around, being all worried and flustered, and just confidently did what I knew I had to do, that's when my business really started picking up. um, so I think it was like halfway through the year last year, when we really started working closely together. Um, and it helped a ton to where we ended last year doing 3 times as much revenue as the year before. And I know you've been working with my co-founder as well, and you've been extremely helpful for him. I mean, businesses are all about the people behind the businesses, behind the business. So, for us, you helping us get our habits together, just be better people. It's really helped tremendously. And so, after growing 3x last year, um, we're on track to grow. I think we could. Everyone says that the good old 10x number, but I frankly think we can do grow even more than 10x this year. So we're on track again. One of the other magical numbers, hitting a million a year. We're on track to do at least that, I think. And I feel more confident than ever now, because it just feels like there's nothing in my way anymore. Like I feel like I've gotten myself out of the way, um, and I know what to do now, and I feel really confident in my ability, and I just feel good too. Like I feel like we're just moving in a good direction, and it's awesome. It's an awesome thing.
Yeah, and that confidence in yourself and just the feeling of self assurance is what really gives you a lot of the fulfillment and drives you to success in the long run. So I think that alone is priceless. And on that note, I'm wondering, now that we've been working together for a while, you talked about how you're feeling a bit. I'm wondering, what does life look like and feel like now that we've been working together? How are things overall now that you're kind of on the other side?
Oh man, yeah, like I just feel like pretty much amazing every day. Like I'm really happy, like almost all the time. I mean, everyone has like their slight downs, but in general, just uh, feel amazing in everything I do. Like when I'm at the gym, just confident, happy, smiling. Saying hi to people, getting to know others. Um, I've just never felt more confident and happy. Um, and I really feel like I can do anything because I really believe that like anybody can do anything, and it really is a matter of just getting those habits in check. You are your habits, and so really appreciate you helping me with that. Feels amazing.
Of course, man. Yeah, here anytime you need me. And last question I have is, what would you say to people who are maybe on the fence about working with me, about investing in themselves? What would you say to those people?
Yeah, I'd say the only thing that's stopping you is yourself. I know it can sort of be scary to recognize all the problems you have. It almost kind of makes you feel bad about all the previous years, like how you lived life this way. Anxious, stressed, not feeling like you were in control of your life. Um, it can be a little scary in the beginning to face those demons. Um, but if you truly believe that you could do anything you set your mind to, uh, I think you have the playbook. Like it worked great for me. I think it's just making that decision yourself and taking the leap of faith, and you're gonna have to put in the work. I mean, you know, uh, it doesn't. The success doesn't just happen. Like it takes some sacrifice, but I really believe anyone can do it.
Hell yeah, man. And I agree. I think everyone can do it. They just might need a little push in the right direction and just the consistency and the hard work. So I'm hoping everybody hears this message, and whether it's working with me or on their own, starts taking steps towards overcoming their stress, anxiety, and living a better life. And thanks so much for joining me today, Kyle. Appreciate you, man. And I'll talk to you soon.
You got it, bro.